Hey everybody, long time no see. So I came out here yesterday and started putting up some siding. This is a board and batten, so you'll see the gaps there. The battens will cover the gaps. The whole premise of this is green wood, and as they get wet and dry throughout the year, that wood actually expands and contracts. So the batten, so you leave a half-inch gap in between those boards, and then the batten goes over that, and it kind of lets those boards flex a little bit throughout the year. So that is what's going on. I'm gonna try to obviously get this side done and then start working the back. But listen, I'm glad I'm back. It's been a while, right? So a lot of family stuff we had going on in the last month. I literally haven't been out here in almost a month. We had a wedding in New York. Then I had to take my daughter to college. Then I turned around and did a week down in Tennessee with my buddies. That's a whole nother story that I'll tell you guys about in a little bit. And then came back and was supposed to do a charter fishing trip that got canceled on the other side of the state. But here I am, I'm back, and let's get back to work. So I'm taking from this pile out here because, you know, they're sitting outside. I've got the other ones kind of protected from the weather a little bit, which is kind of funny because it's siding. And it's gonna be out in the weather all the time, but whatever. So these all have to be 124 inches. I already took a measurement on them. So these are 12 footers, so that's 144. So at a minimum, I'm going to have 20 inches difference, which is great. But I took a couple measurements of these. And because they're rough sawn, a lot of these are like well over 150 inches. So I'm just gonna go down and mark them at 124. That first cut that I made is just to get it squared off. This cut is for proper length, right? So I've got to determine what side of my board is square. So because this is green wood and it's not pressure treated on the outside, there are a couple of different ways to do this. One, I need to keep this wood off of the concrete a bit. When I cut these to length, I want to seal the end grains back so that it doesn't check and split and that sort of thing, or it helps prevent that anyway. There are a couple of different ways to do that. This is one way, which is this copper coat. I can get this locally. So let's see, so since the last time I saw you guys, I sent my baby girl off to college. That was a proud moment. She's about 2.5 hours away. Still in the same state. She's adjusting well. She's probably adjusting considerably better than I am. So we also had a wedding. My nephew, my wife's brother's son, got married in New York, in upstate New York. So we shot out there for the wedding. I'd never been to New York before. On the way home, we stopped at Cooperstown, if you're familiar. I'm a big baseball fan. We stopped at Cooperstown, which is the Baseball Hall of Fame. So me and my buddies have been talking about for years getting together and heading down to Tennessee. My buddy's got a place down there just outside of Pigeon Forge a little bit. If I got any Tennessee viewers, it's down in Douglas Lake and Sevierville. And so we head down there. It was great to see all of these guys, and we hung out for 4 or 5 days. Just kind of sitting around, telling war stories, you know, just enjoying good friends. Well, second to the last day, we're gonna go out on the boat, and my buddy Brendan says, hey, does somebody want to take out the jet skis? He's got a pair of 300 horsepower Sea-Doo jet skis, and a couple of the guys, Mario and Casey, said, yeah, we'll unload them off the trailer and get them over to the boat dock. So that's what they do. They unload them. They're cruising around, having a little bit of fun, doing whatever a couple knuckleheads do on jet skis. I was in the house, and they had an accident. From what I was told, they were staggered. How you might see a pair of motorcycles driving down the road. They were staggered. Mario was back here, Casey was up here, and Casey hung a left and just kind of stopped there, or paused, or slowed down at least, and Mario T-boned him. By the time I know anything, I hear the jet skis from inside the house, so I figure it's time to go toward the boat. One of my buddies, Dave, is screaming, call 911. It's 9 guys. We've been having a good time all week. I kind of think he's joking at first. So I said, are you joking? He says, no, I'm not joking. So I jump on the horn and call 911 immediately. And so we're on this lake called Douglas Lake at the dock. It is 150 feet deep. And a couple things that I can remember about the whole deal was Brendan saying, hey, I want to get the life jackets before you guys get on the jet skis, and they were saying, nah, it's not that important, not a big deal. Well, turns out it was that important. Although Casey didn't get knocked off the jet ski, Casey is not he's not Michael Phelps. He can swim, but he's not Michael Phelps. And he ended up with a broken hip. So although my motto is safety seventh, he got hurt pretty bad. They ended up rushing him to University of Tennessee Hospital, which is about 60 miles away from where we were at. Mario ended up with a broken hand that he didn't let anybody know about until the following day. I was taking Mario back to the airport, and he was struggling to grab his luggage. And if you know Mario like I know Mario, that's not something that he's going to struggle with. So I grabbed his luggage and threw it in there, and he was complaining about it. Long story short, by the time he got back to New Mexico, his wife sent him to the doctor, and sure enough, he had a broken hand. He just thought it might be sprained or whatever from the collision, but it was broken. And so Mario with a broken hand, Casey ended up with a surgery and 9 screws in his hip, and he is down for 6 months. So that was, an adventure in itself. We had a great time. I'll put some pictures up here so you guys can see. I squared off with a bear. But you guys know me, right? I had to squash that bear. But I squared off with a bear. I could have reached out and petted that bear. But I decided not to, because I didn't want to startle the bear and make the bear afraid of apex predator. So that was fun. We'll get together and do it next year. I wonder whose hip will be broken next year. Hopefully not mine. If I break a hip, they'll just put me down. It's a little warmer than I thought it was. It's about 85 degrees. And so I ran up to the store, took a little break, sat in the air conditioning of the car, got me a new nail pouch. Bang. Pow. get it started. Here we go. Oh, look at that! That's a knot there. Man, it was a nice day 10 minutes ago. Getting dark. It's not raining yet. But the wind is coming. And I spoke too soon. Here comes the rain. So, I guess I'm going to get my tools out of the rain real quick. Oh yeah, it's coming. Big raindrops too. Not some little sprinkle. So, let me get this stuff. Yeah, it's a storm. We got a storm, boys. Holy mackerel. It is coming. I thought for a second that it was a tornado. I thought I was stuck right in a tornado. I just got blasted. I got to get the hell out of here. This piece of wood came tumbling down. Oh yeah, it got bad in a hurry. Well, I guess that's it for me today. I'm gonna run to the car. I guess that you guys can come watch me run to the car like an old fat man, because it is nasty instantly. So let's go. Let's get to the car. Whew. Oh man, I forgot my phone case. I gotta go back. And I got my nail pouch on. I'll be right back. Well, I'm gonna go get my tool pouch. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.